Game caught the tail end of the first game, and what an ending that was. Rage, exciting as ever, but our boys came out with a win at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, absolutely. What a hell of a game. I am just blown away consistently by how good SG Esports is playing. Like, they lost that game, but they're showing that they absolutely deserve to be in this tournament, and that's just awesome to see, man.
Yeah, moral victories, name of the game. Hopefully they still could definitely carry some momentum from that first game. Couple lessons learned, I'm sure, carry that into this game too. Here we are reaching the tail end of the draft, so let's get right into things. SG Esports, so far, their lineup consists of CM, Enigma, Night Stalker, and Terrorblade. This is an interesting lineup. Do you have any initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, good team fight. Looking for that Enigma. I'm surprised that EG didn't ban out the Sand King, or that SG hasn't picked it. Of course, they can't last pick the Sand King just because Tava's been playing Unreal on that hero. But yeah, man, very push-strong lineup. You know, Enigma Eidolons, and obviously Terrorblade speaks for himself. Ooh, Sumail Invoker. Good to see that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And meanwhile, over for EG, we have the Ricky, Rubik, Abaddon, and Invoker. So a interesting lineup that they have here. Definitely a little bit unconventional heroes. We haven't seen as much yet, but I love it. I always love Abaddon. I have a little bit of a man crush on him. Be interesting to see this roaming support Ricky. I think he can be pretty disruptive, as I'm sure Enigma will try and jungle quite a bit as well as Crystal Maiden at some point.
Yeah, your Ricky can definitely screw with the Enigma, but SG's got the Night Stalker, so not a hero you see picked up very often, but obviously, you know, pretty good roamer, especially, you know, he kind of plays off of daylight versus nighttime, but when nighttime comes around, you got to be really careful around Night Stalker, and also just, like, incredible vision game from Night Stalker. I imagine they'll be getting an Ags and a Gem, and that just gives you, like, incredible vision during nighttime, and makes a lot of ganks happen. It's huge in terms of dewarding and just gives you that amazing information. So I'm always a fan of seeing a Night Stalker pick up. He also kind of serves as that, like, beefy frontliner as well. Naturally very tanky, and wow,
rapid last pick. That was
immediate.
They had that one in their back pocket. I wonder if that's gonna put SG on their heels a little bit as they think about their last pick. One quick note I wanted to make is the Rubik, great pickup there, as they have CM and Enigma, probably the first two picks.
Fantastic.
You can negate that. You steal one of those ultimates and you can turn a team fight in no time. Particularly the black hole. He's going to be stalking that black hole as best he can. I imagine we will probably see crit on the Rubik.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely Zai's more of the roamer of the team, so he's probably going to take the Ricky. I'd imagine crit on Rubik. It's going to be an off-lane Abaddon with the Universe. Plays that hero very well in that role. Sumail obviously on Invoker. Ooh, and the Puck for just some crowd control. So I think the Puck probably a response pick to the heavy push lineup that EG has. Obviously, Lycan, what he does is kill towers, and Forged Spirit's Alacrity from Sumail on the Invoker is also really strong, and obviously you got Rubik ready to counterplay any team fight, you know, any counter push team fight, and Abaddon just to be on the front line, sealing everybody up, keeping them alive, and just being a general nuisance. So I think they're definitely, EG with Ricky, with Zai and Crit are definitely going to want to look to pressure Terrorblade as much as possible in his lane, but you always have to be afraid and know where that Enigma is for the huge counterplay that is Black Hole. So be curious to see this Puck as well, man. You don't see him too often. I haven't seen him a huge amount in this tournament, but just kind of one of those like very shifty and disruptive heroes. But I think Sumail shouldn't have too big of a problem. He's been basically dominating his mid lane matchup no matter what this entire game, this entire series. So excited to see how this kicks off.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the tables are set, and this is going to be a big game. Obviously, it could be a deciding game if EG can walk away with a win here. SG Esports, the Cinderella story of this tournament so far, look to tie things up 1-1 and push this to a Game 3. They obviously had an extremely exciting Game 3 against Secret yesterday, and so I'm sure they're looking to do the same here. Obviously, this their first loss here a lot closer than their first loss.
Yeah,
Secret,
for sure. So you can tell that they've got. I mean, I think even despite that loss, just the fact that they've already beaten Secret and that they're able to stand toe-to-toe with EG is huge. I mean, I think EG had control over that game, but goddamn, they just pull off some amazing team fights. It seems like they just have like the team synergy down on SG, and they can turn, you know, great initiations from the enemy team and reverse it and have some huge plays. So very excited to see how this squares off.
Absolutely. And let's, well, why not? Let's do some predictions. Certainly, team with the most runes picked up by 10 minutes. I'm just going to go with EG because why not? Player with the highest total magic or pure damage done to heroes by 25 minutes. probably Magic or Pure.
It's either going to be Puck or Sumail.
Yeah, I was going to go probably with Puck. Let's just go with Puck. Why not? Throw something their way. Highest net worth at game end. I'm thinking Sumail. The man is a beast.
The man is I think that's a pretty goddamn safe,
yeah.
safe bet that you can
When
put
will
on
first
that.
blood happen? I just always pick 0 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, we want to see some excitement.
Yeah, give me
right?
some excitement. Let's see what these people got. But in the meantime, let's see as these lanes shake out. We already have the invasion from Zai as to be expected. Does have a sentry ward in his pack here, so he'll know if they're trying to get in on him. We have Cat on the Crystal Maiden, going to throw out a early sentry ward so she can spot out Ricky, which he will pass right through that now, so she knows he's in the area. Meanwhile, we have Abaddon Universe going into the off lane. Obviously,
no
surprises there. And then we've got crit on the Rubik, and finally TZ on the Lycan. So everyone's going to be content to take their runes and head to their respective lanes. Zai continuing to just scout things out here. The Endalon's heading into the forest. Will he find Tavo? Tavo's been a quiet star of this tournament for SG. Obviously, his Sand King play has gotten praise from casters and spectators alike. So let's see if his Enigma play is just as good as his Sand King play.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I think we're just gonna have to see how these lanes square up. I think Abaddon's gonna have a fairly difficult time just with Cap throwing all those frostbites at him, and Night Stalker is just an absolute lane bully. He's got high base armor, high base damage, so I think Universe might have to grab himself an Iron Talon because that is an incredibly difficult tri-lane to fight into, especially the ever powerful Metamorphosis from Terrorblade. You just don't want to feed an early kill away to that Terrorblade. So we'll see here. It looks like Ricky, Zai is already messing with Tavos. Just sapping experience. They know that he's there. They've put out, looks like Tavos put out some wards just to see him, but good play by Zai.
Just courier snipe here.
Ooh.
There's one, and there it is. Courier snipe. Excellent timing there by Zai, almost having a premonition-like game sense. Knowing where
Day
he's
is going in on Sumail mid. Sumail might go down here, actually.
I think he's going to go.
One more auto
shot should do it. He's going to get the salve off just in time. Saving his life there, but an incredible turn of events. Oh, he's going to Illusory Orb in, doing some serious damage. Needs some help here. Going to get him with the Aphotic Shield. Going to have to burst him down. Is it going to be enough, though? I don't think it will. It's going to pop here. One more shot should do it. Missed uphill chance shot. Excellent. Oh, my God. Uphill chance. RNGesus. Praise be. Praise be. As Sumail says a prayer, that could have easily been first blood.
Yeah, that was hugely clutched by Universe, giving him that aphotic right at the last moment. Also, just casting the Cold Snap. Puck did draw the Radiant Creeps with him, so those obviously got some Cold Snap shots off. And, man, Day is showing up, man. He's a player, dude. He's definitely a huge playmaker. I mean, we saw him yesterday. He was absolutely crushing on that Lina and really anything that comes his way. And giving Sumail a run for his money. Love to see that, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. It has been a game so far. Zai now coming in to lend some support. Maybe Sumail giving him a call saying, I'm going to need your help. Although we have Cat here in the jungle, and Zai could do some serious damage here. He's going to throw out a couple attacks on her. Going to get the Frostbite off here, but he's going to be able to Blink Strike on her. Maybe we're going to get first blood. Going to get some help in here from King RD. Going to throw out the Void. Is it going to be enough, though? Oh, there we go. This could be first blood. Zai needs to be careful here.
Metamorphosis.
Got the dust. Is it going to be enough? Metamorphosis getting popped here. Zai maybe wants to re-engage. Is at about half health. Needs to be careful. No sentries out in the area, so he did get dusted, I thought, but it looks like it's worn off by now. He really wants this kill. Has the backstab ready. There's one. There's one. Oh, and he misses it. Cancels the final attack, and he does not get the first blood. My God.
He's going to be triggered after that one, James.
That is a brutal turn of events. He had it procced up. I don't know what happened. Must have been a misclick there. That was an absolutely... That's not what you want. No. Certainly not what you want. But I'm sure there'll be many more of those in the future. He'll get it on the back end. Still 0-0 at this point in the game. TZ not being afraid, though. Really not even taking
Zai
that much
mid,
damage.
Cold Snap on Day. He already used Orb, so he might go down here.
Oh, and they missed and needed one more attack, and they couldn't get it. My God, luck is just... Well, I guess it's on everyone's side, as Sumail had his, and Now it's Dea's turn. Illusory Orb going in, just trying to throw out that final shot there. But my God, these guys have wanted it, and it's been so close. But good tempo so far. King RD now, nighttime, falls. Gonna have him invading this jungle here. Gonna pick up a bounty rune. Are they gonna try and collapse on him? Here comes Crit. Has the telekinesis available. Is he going to use it though?
Yeah, you should save lift for when King R's just about to get away. Yeah,
yep,
pulls
there
him
we
back
go.
on the high
Pull him
ground.
back, and this is going to be finally first blood. Crit picking up the first blood of the game.
What is this?
They probably knew that was going to happen. The invasions are common at the 4-minute mark for every Night Stalker out there. So
yeah, exactly.
EG picking up the first blood probably could have been more. Truthfully,
Zai now mid lane as well, but there is a Radiant.
they know he's there now, so maybe a bit anxious there, probably showing that they knew that Zai was there before the Night Stalker came in.
For sure.
Dea probably could have afforded to wait just a second to lend that support. The Void may have slowed him down and brought him in more. But meanwhile, Terrorblade and Arteezy having a nice time farming here, even in CS. King RD trying to make a move on Arteezy now. Is it going to be enough though? It looks like he's just going to have to run. But Crit is in the area to help. But the speed of King RD at this point, too much to handle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but Arteezy, man, he's looking to fight. Like, he's so strong with PMS and
Zai wants to
treads
go in
already.
now. They're going to go in on King RD. They're going to burst him down.
Oh, the courier!
There's the courier. Not able to get it, though. They're going to have to burst that thing out of there. Cat coming in, going to throw out the Frostbite. They're going to have to just retreat now. Content with their wins so far.
Yeah, no, I mean, Enigma sitting at level 4.5, so, obviously showing up to add a little bit of lane pressure, but he, really with Enigma, you just want to get level 6 as quickly as possible, and probably either Mechanism or Blink just to help out with the team, and, you just can't add him very much. You've got the Eidolons, but Zai's getting caught by King RD as he dusted up. He has not dusted up yet. But dust available.
Dust. He's going to blink out at just the right time. Crit, going to get the telekinesis up. Is Arteezy going to be able to bring him? No, they're going to send him back. As Zai will now salve up. Continuing to keep the pressure up. There is a DD rune up in the top here. So looks like Dea is going to be picking that up. He does have a bottle available. So could be looking to make a move. Will it be on... who will it be on? Universe still only level 4 despite having a soul. And he did roam just a bit.
Yeah, you see Zai mid lane wants to make something happen. It's just so difficult having this high ground sentry ward here. Crit is also in the area. Seems like SG is happy to back off a little bit. Arteezy is doing a great job in this bot lane, but Terrorblade just squeaking ahead in CS just a little bit as he hits the jungle with those illusions. And Arteezy will basically be able to do the same thing now with his wolves, but yeah, man, no towers falling. It seems like everybody's pretty content. EG obviously with the slight advantage in terms of those early rotations, but yeah, still a very even matchup.
Zai going to collapse on HFNK now. Oh, is he going to go for it though? Is the question.
Metamorphosis is off cooldown, so they got to be
hit him
really
with a couple of these shots. Could go on him now. Waiting for him to use these spells, it looks like. Replicate's going to come out, or Mirror Image, rather. We got a TP coming in. Zai just stalking his prey. Could go on him here. I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet. Oh, Sunstrike not connecting, though. His silence now. They're going to be able to bring him down. No, he is quite tanky at this point. So the Sunstrike just barely misses. Great game sense there by HFNK to dodge that.
Yeah, that was a very good call on his part. I mean, obviously Zai wanting to wait until he can ensure with the smoke cloud.
Trying to go in mid, tracking down Dea. Is he going to be able to bring him down? Has the DD available, won't be able to turn. Oh, he's going to be able to lose 3 orb out. Tease wants more. Double damage getting used now. He needs to run for his life. The wolf is loose. Now, HFNK rotating bot with the Metamorphosis and the Eidolons. This could be a quick tier 1 tower for SG.
Definitely. I don't think EG's really in the position to contest this. I mean, it's so difficult to fight into Terrorblade Metamorphosis. At early stages of the game, you max that out, you're hitting...
Cat needs to be careful here. Teasy gonna find her now. Is she gonna be able to bring him down in time? Wolf's doing some work. Gonna get slowed by the
body
Frostbite.
blocks.
Body blocks from these creeps. It's an incredible use. Is it gonna be enough though? Needs one more.
Arteezy, no!
Oh, he's gonna get stunned just ever so slightly. Crit now coming in to lend a hand. They need to be careful here. Sunstrike's going to actually end up connecting on Tavo there. And another near miss for this SG team.
Yeah.
Luck has been on their side so far.
Sumail's going to have to be careful mid. There's a Dea hasted coming his way. He's got very low mana to work with as well. but it looks like he'll just harass him a
Yeah,
little
he'll be able
bit.
to harass him and get him out of there.
Top tower falling to Universe in the top lane, so at least they trade there. But man, once again, it's just so difficult to even fight into this early level Terrorblade. He's closing in on Dragonlance, which just such a powerful item early on TB.
Yeah.
Every time you've got Metamorphosis, you just want to shove those illusions down
Somebody's throat.
Yeah, exactly, and just take as many towers as possible. But good heads up play for Universe. Everybody rotates bottom to take that T1. He's happy to just Curse of Avernus that tower and take it down very, very quickly.
Yeah, good push potential there for Universe on the Abaddon. So they can definitely push quite a bit. Like you said, the Forge Spirits, the Wolves. It's going to be a lot. It could be a lot of counter pushes here. First team to win a big fight is definitely going to be able to take a tower, if not more. That's the threat in this game, is that
you lose a fight to Terrorblade,
and you're losing more than just the fight. You're going to lose a lot of objectives very quickly. It really goes for both sides. So both teams probably playing quite cautiously, truth be told.
Yeah, just a little update on items. Looks like Arteezy is working on his armlets. He's got a little bit of ways to go, but he should be able to get that relatively quickly. We got Universe over here working on the Vlads, so it's probably going to alleviate that pressure from Lycan. Normally Lycan's is the Vlad purchaser, but easy to put that on the Abaddon. He's such a good natural aura builder, and the Midas has come out for Sumail now, so we're going to see some rapid farm acceleration from this mid-invoker. And Puck still very long way from his Blink Dagger. It seems like, he's working on a Midas for himself first. Just seems like Day has been running around the map, but unfortunately they haven't really been able to get any kills out of it, so meanwhile Sumail's just been sitting mid lane, pushing the tower and getting all the creeps that come his way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you could kind of say the same for King RD. He's playing that roaming role as well. Obviously, though,
he's very poor.
Zai's picked up, at least has gotten, I don't know if he got a kill out of it, but he at least was there for 2 assists and had a courier snipe. So as far as roamers are concerned, I think the Ricky's got a slight advantage here. But HFNK now trying to push in. Metamorphosis is available. Team needs
smoke up with Dea. They're probably going to be looking to get a nice coil. They
find him now. They find Zai. That's going to be an easy kill for them. So Zai will fall, as now they transition right into Metamorphosis to take another Tier 1 tower. And there's really nothing this team can do. Getting a TP coming in from Universe, trying to just distract some of this, taking a lot of that damage. Lucirobe's going to come out.
King RD found.
King RD is found, brought back into the trees, getting Cold Snap down. This should be an easy kill for them, so a 1-for-1 trade. They're going to lose Ricky, but he is back up already. Lucirobe now coming out. Good job to delay the use of that Metamorphosis. Not getting the full effect. It looks like HFNK is just going to have to hit the jungle, and he'll be content to take Ancients.
Yeah, but I mean, as SG rotates 5 into the mid lane, we just still have Arteezy just slow pushing this bot lane, creeping his way up the ladder in terms of last hits. Terrorblade had that early advantage. Just Terrorblade is so easy to farm very effectively in the beginning of the game, but Arteezy doing a great job to keep himself relevant. Looks like he is got his armlet coming out to him now, so that's a very tanky Lycan to deal with. And obviously popping that shapeshift, he's just a nuisance. He can pretty much 3-shot the Crystal Maiden even at this point in the game, so probably wouldn't be surprised if he's just looking for either BKB
Zai's going to get
next.
the DD. They're going to be able to try and turn this on Dea. Blink striking in. He's going to be silenced, though. Dream Coil's going to come out.
Committed.
Universe trying to save his
comes
teammate.
Artur.
Here we go. They could get more. There's one. Turning it on Dea now. That's going to be 2. Cat in the area. They're going to have to run out. No, popping borrowed time. Going to try and get back in. She's going to be slowed. Wolves coming in. This could be deadly. Crystal Maiden's so squishy. This could be an easy kill for them. There we go. That's a 3-for-none trade and a huge pickup for EG as they take it to 6-1 and now going to be able to transition this, as we mentioned before, into a nice push into one, maybe, just one tower for now. Like a huge tower at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very bit of a gut reaction from Dea to pop the coil on just the Ricky. Like, you want that control for Lycan. As you can see in that fight, Lycan just pops shapeshift, runs in. I mean, Enigma was also caught in the smoke cloud. Great play by Zai there, just silencing everybody and just logging them down. When you pop coil with Puck on the support Ricky, it's not ideal, right? Everybody, Universe is just able to come in, put Curse of Avernus on everybody, and Cheesy just comes in and cleans that up. Great play from EG.
They're going to find Crit now in the bot lane, so it looks like they're going to actually get a kill here. I don't know what Crit was doing down there, truth be told. I don't know if he's trying to ward or what, but runs into 3 there, and you really need to stay away from... If Terrorblade has any sort of support, you're in trouble. Yeah. At this point, he's very far ahead, has the Dragonlance already, building right into a Yasha. He will keep this nice gold advantage, and we'll see how that proceeds over the course of the game. I don't know where is Sumail right now. He is... So he's
just farming away.
The Ancients just farming away, doing his thing. But between Arteezy and Sumail, I think the farm advantage is, well, it's right now, they've kind of put all their eggs in one basket for SG. It's Terrorblade or nothing. If you look at the net worth chart, we've got Teasy and Sumail, keeping
and Universe, man.
And Universe, too. Oh, we got 3 mid. Universe needs to be careful. Uh-oh. Borrow time is available, though, so nothing really to worry about. Spots out 3. Don't know if he knows that HFNK is there. Now he will.
Man, one thing that I just like to point out is that Arteezy is just using his upgraded wolves on Lycan so exceptionally well. He's just putting them on the move command on like King RD and all the roamers on SG, and he just keeps the vision. If you know where that Night Stalker is, you got a little to worry about. But we got a big engage going on as Zai goes down.
Zai got blown up there, and he needs to be careful with these sentries. They're doing a great job for SG of keeping these sentries out. Sumail running low at about half health. They are going to throw out the Meteor here, which is going to do a good job of pushing out this lane a little bit, but the Metamorphosis is popped, and it's just shredding through these towers. It's so hard for them to really make much happen. The Wolf is in the area. They see it now. They're just going to kill that. They may try and re-engage on him here. I don't know. Universe needs to be careful, though.
He's still got borrowed time.
Still has borrowed time available.
Here
Not
comes,
worried yet.
Here comes Teasy.
Here comes Teasy. A huge Silence Cloud. There we go. A huge Sunstrike, but it's not going to matter. They're going to partner it up with the Freezing Field. Is it going to be enough? Tricks of the Trade's going to come out. That's going to bring down 2. So down goes Crit, but in the process, Crystal Maiden and Rubik fall.
And Arteezy is super
cleaning
healthy.
up here on Dea. Gets voided and is going to have to retreat now. Excellent use of the Howl there. As you know, it does provides double the HP at nighttime. So a lot of nighttime advantages for both teams.
Yeah, man. Just like, it's very difficult if you can't control the Lycan in the fight. And I mean, great play. Crit sacrifices himself, but able to stop the Enigma Black Hole, mitigate a huge amount of that damage, and then from there you just have, Universe running in. And yeah, just great play by EG. I mean, it's very difficult when they can't successfully land all of their ultimates on their these huge SG teamfight ultimates. If Crit steals one or two of them.
Yeah, just give me one. One is all you need.
You've got a huge problem, and just great play, sacrificing himself, but an easy team fight win there for EG. But at the same time, SG is still managing to get towers on the map. Took that T1, chip damage. T2's mid lane is sitting at about half HP, and that's what they want to do. They just are going to fight around Metamorphosis. Every time they've got that up, they're going to make for a push.
But luckily, using those 2 major teamfight ultimates in Crystal Maiden, obviously Freezing Field and here we go, engagement now. Fine HFNK, he's gonna get lifted here. Tricks of the Trade's gonna come out. Sunstrike won't connect, but Teasy's gonna try and get the killer. He gets sundered as he's gonna go down. Gonna get to the shrine, but he doesn't have anything available.
Oh, the crit Sundersteal.
Huge crit Sundersteal. He's still going to fall. That is not looking good. Gonna get dusted here as Zai. The Metamorphosis is popped, and that's gonna be another one down. A disastrous team fight there. Need to be careful with that Sunder. Had the stun with the lift, but it just wasn't enough.
Oh man, that play by Crit. It looks like Crit is going to get caught here.
Yeah, he doesn't have any sort of mobility.
He'll be alright.
I don't know why they're going to try and fight for more. King RD is here. Sumail just trying to go in now, throwing out a lot. Lucerov's going to get bursted on him. He's getting voided. He's going to get bursted down. Alone too. Nothing Universe can do. He's going to pop borrowed time, and that was looked like to be a bit of a misplay there. He got really greedy and just runs into his death pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, bit of a perplexing play. Sumail thinking that he can land a huge combo, which he did, but still fighting into a Metamorphosis Terrorblade. He gets silenced up by Puck and just slapped down by the heavy right click from SG. And yeah, man, I mean, losing the engage just before them taking the T1, though, by the Roshan pit, it looked really good for EG. They were able to catch Terrorblade. They put him in the smoke cloud, but the Sunstrike just off the mark. Great play honestly, fantastic play by HFNK, getting out of that smoke screen, getting the Sunder off. Nice steal from the Sunder by Crit, healing Arteezy to full, but at that point he's surrounded by Terrorblade illusions and Metamorphosis.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Nothing you can really do about that. So, just, almost a great gank by EG here, but just, man. This Terrorblade is scary, man. He's already got Mantis Style completed now as well, so he is scaling incredibly well.
I think they want him. Okay, they're going to find Zai here. Cat doing an excellent job with these Sentry Wards. They're just going to go in now. HFNK, is he going to fall? Freezing Field's going to come out.
Sunder
Void on Crit.
Teasy.
Sunder gets off on Teasy again, and he's going to... he's trying to turn it back on him now. Going to get the lift up. Is it going to be enough, though? No. Crit in trouble now. Throws out the Fade Ball, but the Midnight Pulse going to bring down Arteezy and Crit. Zai, not long for wear. Getting dusted now. Universe trying to get out. Is it going to be enough? Gets the mirror image off, and they're going to bring down another 3. And
wow.
This is suddenly a very...
That's a throw, Jabes. That's a big throw. Maybe miscalculating the timing on the Sunder cooldown, but...
my word, Arteezy goes in bursting terribly down, but you can't do that against when he's got full sunder. He will let you hit him, sunder you, and then burst you down. And
it's really hard.
Yikes.
It's really tough for them, and I don't know if they don't have, the only stun that they have is the lift, and you need to stun lock this Terrorblade if he's not going to get,
you need at least
or
at
least or any you're right, the smoke cloud works too, but
you got to be so careful fighting against Terrorblade, especially when he's this strong. Got to be so careful, and like I said, like they want that priority target. I mean, they figured they just lost a big team fight on a tower. They want to come back into the game, but maybe just a little bit too hesitant. SG is perfectly in position to counter-initiate, and great play by SG, man. What can we say?
It is good, solid play so far, and they'll look to keep that up. It's been really, really difficult, and hats off to Kat on the Crystal Maiden. Her sentries have spotted out Zai every time. They have dust at all times. This Ricky not so scary when you can see him.
For sure, and now we've got on Dea. He's got his Blink Dagger in the stash. Courier did die for on SG's side, but Blink Dagger coming out. Zai's getting caught again.
Tricks of the trade. King RD just going to run right through that. He's going to wait that one out. He needs to get a Blink Strike off to someone, but no, he's going to be stunned out. He's going to get hit twice with the Illusory Orb. Taking the stuns there from, I believe that was
the Maledict
as well. The Maledict, yes.
But at the same time, despite Sumail going down in the top lane, he is just sneakily farming away, hot on the heels of this Terrorblade, and Midas up of his own. He's just picked up his Aghanim Scepter and very close to a Blink Dagger as well. So once we've got that Blink Ags on Invoker, that's when he can become a huge playmaker in these fights. The positioning can just be on point. You can land your tornadoes, EMPs, everything. And, one amazing spell and EG have in their favor is that Deafening Blast for Terrorblade. It does kind of give you a stun. It also disarms. So if you're able to time it correctly, you can keep TB from sundering. And I think that's going to be really core, especially with that incredibly strong right click. So looking to see Sumail get more engaged in these fights now that he's got Blink Dagger.
Absolutely. And I know that I think that just trying to look forward toward the late game. Truthfully, I'm not. I think it's probably pretty even in terms of interleague. And the reason I say that is because it's pretty clear that SG's plan all along has been we need to push as many towers as we can, and we're going to choke out EG. Put them in a headlock and just choke them out, keep them in their base, don't let them farm, make a big high ground push, and then try and end this thing, I'd say before the 45-minute mark.
SG probably want to end this sooner rather than later, although a really interesting item pickup. Arteezy actually picked up a Mask of Madness on his Lycan, so that's obviously helps from a farming standpoint. I would have maybe expected a BKB first, but yeah, very interesting. Mask of Madness not often picked up, but I see the merit actually for Lycan. If you're able to BKB up in Shapeshift and just Mask of Madness, you can dump out damage.
Yeah, exactly. Just dump your spells. Just run your fingers across the keyboard, and then you just Mask of Madness, and you get right on in there. It's like
exactly.
It could work. I could see it.
We do have a smoked up play from EG. They're probably looking at taking Roshan, trying to put that on Arteezy. But Enigma not in a position to fight this. He's going to have to TP back, and he doesn't even have Blink Dagger yet, so only with Mechanism Drum.
Yeah, interesting. I would think he would have gone for a Blink sooner, but okay, quick Roche there, so excellent job there. They bursted that down very quickly.
Aegis going on Sumail, so they want him to stay alive in these fights. And
just pump out the damage as best they can.
For sure. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe EG looks to make a push out of this newly found Aegis.
Yeah, you're right, and you've mentioned it before, but credit to Sumail. I'm just watching this net worth chart. He's going to catch up. He's going to get you.
Slowly but surely.
He's going to get you. He's sweet JB. Comes back in the last second. All right, we've got a smoke now from SG as well. Looks like Crit is the fresh meat on this one. He is unfortunately living that position 5 life. Not really much you can do about that. This is going to be another easy push. Another tier 2, or the first tier 2 going down, and HFNK doesn't even need Metamorphosis for that. He's so strong.
No, I think EG really want to fight around Arteezy's BKB. He's almost got enough gold. He's sitting about, only a few hundred gold away from completing that BKB, 400 or so. So they want to get that BKB out on Lycan. They don't want to take a fight beforehand, especially since he doesn't have Aegis. They need that Lycan to be able to run around freely in the fights. And
absolutely.
No Aghanim Scepter looking to... Okay, Puck has an Aghanim's queued up. He's about halfway there, so... Great, you know, counterplay to the BKB Lycan in that Aghanim Scepter. So I like that pickup coming up from Dea. And yeah, I think EG's going to be interested to hunker down, wait for their BKBs to come out, and then push with Aegis.
For those of our viewers not familiar with Puck's Ags.
It goes through BKB.
Okay.
Yeah. So Puck's Aghanims makes Coil go through BKB. So as long as you hit that Lycan, you trapped him unless he wants to stun himself. So even through BKB. So it's a nice counter there.
Absolutely. You got a double damage rune. Oh, Dea is going to get it, though. Oh, no. Picking up that double damage rune. Excellent job. Universe going to try and chase him down, but not going to be able to do anything there. Unfortunate. Excellent use of the Illusory Orb.
Yeah, and Universe, actually, talking about his items, he's actually been farming very well as well. He's got a fully completed Solar Crest and working on his Ag, so that group borrowed time is going to be incredible, especially for keeping your
Knight getting popped here. King RD
Yeah.
going to get the Void off on Universe. Has borrowed time, so nothing to worry about. I wonder if that, you know, he popped the nighttime. I wonder if that was intentional or if he just...
I don't know. It seemed a little bit unnecessary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he just spotted Universe and was like, I'm going in now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and this Night Stalker is definitely, he's, you know, more than halfway to his Ags as well. So once we get this Ags out on Night Stalker, then they can get really, really aggressive with the rotations, just having all the vision in the world.
All right, BKB up on Arteezy. The time is nigh. And, you know, I love games like this. If someone told you, hey, it's 8 to 10 at the 25-minute mark, you'd be like, wow, game must be boring as shit. But there's already all tier 1s down on EG's side, and the push has been so strong from SG.
Oh, you got a pause here.
Pause coming out here. See the Aegis getting reclaimed in about 2 minutes. So they're gonna have to pick this fight absolutely right now. Take these ancients and get to it.
Yeah, talking about other items coming out, we've got a fully completed Hurricane Pike on Terrorblades. That's just one more piece of control, keeping him away, letting him pump a hell of a lot of damage, and getting out of the smoke cloud. Most importantly, he can Hurricane and Pike out of the smoke cloud, make sure he gets a nice Sunder off, and also very, very close to a BKB on this Terrorblade as well. So once he BKBs, there's really nothing on
you can do.
EG that scares him. He's going to be a very difficult target to fight into, and you know, talking about Enigma, has opted actually for a Solar Crest of his own. Probably wants to put that on Arteezy, mitigate a bunch of his damage and give him that mischance. But I think probably Blink Dagger. I don't know. I'm curious what Tava is thinking here. I understand the medallion pickup, but I think you really need a Blink. You want that Blink Black Hole.
Kind of core, yeah.
You want that Blink Black
Hole.
Hole. So we'll be curious to see if he like completes his Guardians next, or if he just where he goes from here. But I think once you get that Blink Dagger, you can combo that with CM just so well. Like Coil, Black Hole, Crystal Nova, Freezing Field, and that's a team fight won every single time.
Oh, absolutely. Good luck.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see. Okay, so Crit is also closing in on his Blink Dagger. He's about 550 gold away here. So once he's got that Blink, the counterplays can start happening. And yeah, Zai here sitting quite poor, sitting just above the Crystal Maiden, and he's working on his Diffusal, but normally you'd like to see that item already out on this roaming Ricky. He's had a really, really tough day.
It's been tough.
If I even just look at kills and deaths here, Zai's sitting at okay, so he's 4-4, so not as bad as I thought, but definitely could be in a better place.
Absolutely.
I think because obviously he hasn't been hitting creeps, he's just been running around the map, giving vision to his team.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any consolation, he's made Crystal Maiden spend all of her money on wards, but I don't know. That's really what's most important. All right, so Dea's back in, and we will
let's keep it rolling.
Let's get going.
But yeah, I mean, looking at this kills, deaths, assists as well, we see Sumail just sitting at 0-1-3. He has not participated in these fights very much, so he's the highest net worth on the team. He is a huge component of EG's plan here, and
they're pushing into this top lane here. I wonder if they're going to try and Forge Spirit up here, and here Lacrity's going to come out. Forger's come with the Forge Spirits, now having 2.
They'll get this tower.
As the Aegis gets popped, and you think you're not the only one that can push Terrorblade.
Yeah.
So probably going to force some rotations up here. Going to just continue to push.
Man, this D Ward game is strong though. From Catman, 5.5K doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I know, right? Amazing. I hear Sumail going in now. Finds Tavo, gonna hit him with the Meteor. Deafening Blast coming out should be an easy kill, and there we go. Nobody understands power spikes better than Sumail. He shows it there. He's been farming all that time, and it's time to reap what you sow.
Absolutely, and he's almost actually got a completed Lincoln Sphere, so that gives him a few options. Doesn't have to worry about the Frostbite from Crystal Maiden, but probably most importantly, the Crippling Fear from King RD. If he gets that Crippling Fear on Sumail, that's a insane, 6-second Night Duration Silence.
Wow.
And also a 50% miss chance, so that's very crippling for Sumail. So obviously understanding that, and Lincoln's, you just don't want to be locked down as Invoker.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if that was a BKB instead, but I think Lincoln's also serves the same purpose.
Yeah, and I had said before, right as the pause happened, it was 2 minutes till the Aegis gets reclaimed. That was on Sumail. Has it gone back yet? No. So they probably have about a minute left now.
Yeah, it's gonna pop any minute.
It's gonna pop any second. So I don't know. This would be dangerous to fight around. Zai getting up in there. They're gonna dust him. Tricks of the Trade coming out. He's gonna be able to blink strike back into the trees. Dea with a haste rune. That's right.
That's your boy.
You're right, Jake. You got this. Keep it up. They're just going to TP out, so don't want to engage here, and I think that's definitely the smart play.
Dea getting very aggressive, though.
Whoa, trying to go in. Could easily get the kill here. Really nothing Zai can do. King RD going to chase him down. Oh, and a blink out. He
mistimed that.
He stole the Illusory Orb? Interesting.
Yeah, Crit did, but unfortunately he got silenced,
now.
and it looks like he's not long for this world. Needs to get a lift off, but it just won't happen.
The jukes were real as they lasted, but...
Yeah, man, Crit just mistiming the length of the coil just ever so slightly, stunning himself up. He might not have made it out otherwise, but just kind of unfortunate. But, it's just a Rubik. It's not the end of the world.
You're right, it's not. They're not going to be able to... Doesn't look like they're going to push here anyway. Just going to get back to farming.
But I mean, this whole time, as Sumail farms, we see Terrorblade, leading this.
Yeah, it's scary.
Leading this net worth. He is a force to be
Butterfly.
reckoned. He's halfway to his Butterfly now as well. That's going to make those illusions a huge pain in the ass to deal with. And the only real wave clear that EG has is Fade Bolt from Rubik and then Meteor from Sumail. So these illusions are actually going to be a huge pain in the ass, especially if he spreads them out, just applying pressure on multiple lanes.
And I mean, now.
you just see where the creep waves are sitting. Like SG has very good map control over this game, and I think that there's probably both teams kind of biding their time. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a huge Roshan fight once Roshan's back up. Looks like he's still got a fair bit of time, couple of minutes on him, but wouldn't be surprised if that's where we see these teams really engage in a 5v5, because they've kind of just been dancing around the map farming up.
Yeah, it's got
15 minutes.
Something's got to come to a head eventually.
At the same time, we've got this Midas on Dea. So he's got his Ags completed, and I was almost through to his Shiva's Guard as well. So, the farm going very well. If I look at the net worth here, it's under 2K. SG leading by just a hair. So, very, very close game.
And Arteezy picking up the Basher. It's going to be huge for him. Basher partnered with Mask of Madness. You get that attack speed up, and my God, it's going to be pretty clear. We see it here now. Throws out the Mask of Madness as they continue to push here. Nobody from SG in the area, so I think they can keep this up if they want to.
Yeah,
so
for
they
sure.
are probably afraid.
They'll just take this T2 bottom with Terrorblade. We do have Sumail fending this off. He's very good at fending off these pushes, but looks like EG backing off. They might need to disengage here and help out their top lane.
Absolutely. See if a fight goes down here. Universe just continuing to fend things off. The Aphotic Shield, so good. Obviously, has a Aghanim Scepter of his own. I don't know if you've mentioned that already, but that'll be nice for those team fights.
Yeah, and also Aghanim Scepter up on King RD with the gem. So they've got this nighttime vision, and we don't see this very often. This is like a game of old where you kind of just skirt around the map, you get your cores ultra farmed, and then you clash in these late game battles. And with these pro players, they farm so efficiently. We've got some serious items coming out on all sides. Lincoln Sphere out on Sumail.
HFNK is going to get caught out here. Lift's going to come out. Sunstrike coming in now. That's going to connect. Tricks the Jig. No time for the Sunder now.
That's huge.
The bash, huge basher. And you know he was going for that. Somebody like, arms open, and no. Gives him the Matumbo, shakes him off, and that's going to be a huge kill for them. It's going to give EG just the space they need to try and keep these lanes pushed out once again back in their
sure.
favor.
And no buyback on Terrorblade either, so EG definitely need to take advantage of this on the map. I mean, Roshan, okay, he got the long timer, so he's still about a bit more than a minute or minute and a half left, so not able to take that as an option, but I think Arteezy might. EG's definitely positioning to take this T2 bot.
Yeah, tier 2 bot and mid. So it looks like they should be good. Going to blink in. Going to get the lift off on Cat, and down goes CM. That is the tough support life. Oh, Dea trying to come in, but going to lose reorb out rather instead. And the tier 2s will fall in rapid succession here.
Yeah, man. EG getting a lot of this, out of this terrible.
Yeah, they're probably going to try and keep going too.
For sure.
He's pushed these lanes.
Oh, and Sumail's found Enigma bot lane.
Oh, there he is. Finds him now. Linkosphere, huge there, coming out. This ice path, nothing you can do about it now. Sunstrike gonna come out, that's gonna connect and shred right through him. That's a huge kill for them. Tavo trying his best to counter push, but man.
Yeah, it's a tough position because if you're SG, you don't want to, and that's Sumail taking the lead on the net worth, by the way, but you don't want to just let two towers go down.
Right.
So you're trying to push other lanes, you're trying to make something happen, but without that Terrorblade, if you get split up, like Sumail with Boots of Travel, now he just Boots of Travels in on the Enigma and absolutely shreds him, and that's kind of what you open yourself up for. They kind of, SG needs to keep hunkered down when their cores are not alive, and now with this Enigma dead, not having the fear of Black Hole, obviously only for 10 more seconds, but it just, you keep your pressure up in these types of situations, and it's exactly what they're doing, and I think both teams are going to position around Roche very, very soon here.
Yeah, we have a regen rune here, so I wonder if they're going to, well, we'll see. Zai has been stalking it out. He is waiting to see who shows up here. And it is all 5 from SG Esports in the area.
But I mean, another point I'd like to say, I think SG's been winning this Vision game. They've been dewarding a lot, and they've got a few aggressive wards, specifically by EG's Shrine. They're about to go down in a couple minutes here, but that's just, I mean, look at their wards around the Roche map. They've got one mid lane, one by the Shrine. They will see EG making an attempt unless they smoke, so... And obviously that King RD's just been running around slapping down wards left and right. It must be very frustrating for Crit.
It has to be. It has to be.
And Zai.
And I do know Roche is up now, so will they try and engage? They just have the little illusions here, scouting things out. The rest of EG is smoked up, just going straight down mid.
Yep, and that's also on Dea. We've got the recently picked up Shiva's guard, so he's got Aghanims and Shivas. This is an extremely farmed Puck. Definitely going for the more control build as well on Puck. The Shivas with the slow.
They might catch
him
out here.
EG is rotating in on this. They know that Puck is in the area. He does have bots though, but he's gonna
blink out into the trees, and he's gonna be gone now. So smoke will pop as the timer runs out, and they will reset back to pushing lanes.
What a like strategic game this is.
Yeah.
Just positioning
like
in such a
Risk.
way, you know. EG definitely in the driver's seat as of right now, but yeah, man, it looks like also, okay, so Arteezy's working his way. He's actually almost got MKB. So that's basically going to mitigate the now Butterfly on Terrorblade. So yeah, man, we're going to see... We got to see a clash at some point, man. We got to see a clash at some point. Probably around the Roche, but right now is...
Right now, they're going to smoke and they're going to go in. So they probably don't... They're not going to know that they were there. But it looks like the rest of EG coming in.
Oh, they have scouted out Sumail.
Yeah, they're going to scout it out. Sunstrike's going to connect. Are they going to try and go in on him, though, is the question. Crit, going to get the lift off. Bringing back King RD. Cat in a bad spot there. Going to catch 3 with the smoke cloud. Zai, tricks of the trade coming out. Going to Yule Scepter him out, but the Meteor's going to come in, and it's going to catch out King RD. Are they going to be able to get the kill? Enigma coming in, but he's going to get stunned down. Tavo not going to be able to get it off. He's going to fall first. Enigma and King RD going down. There goes Cat. They're turning their attention to HFNK. He's popped the BKB. He wants to get a Sunder off here, but is it going to matter? It might not. There we go. He is stunned, and there's down 4. He's going to lose Reorb out, and it might not matter. Dea is going to get the kill on Zai, but they're going to be a 4-for-1 trade. It's a huge fight going the way of EG.
What a win for EG, man. I mean, just positioning extremely well around the Roche pit. You've got Universe just walking in. They don't want to dump all their spells on Universe. He's just an Abaddon, and you have Zai just sneaking his way and hitting a great smoke cloud. and letting EG just collapse. They section off the Enigma from the fight. They completely take Black Hole out of the equation. They catch him in kind of the choke point towards the shrine, and they just do absolute work. I mean, Arteezy just man fighting against the Terrorblade, and great play by EG. That's a huge team fight, and they are well in the lead now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what they need.
Oh my god. Jables, that fight was about a 7.5k gold swing in EG's favor.
Oh my god. That was absolutely insane. And we see how this basher on Arteezy has been so clutch. Plus the MKB now, so mini stuns on stuns. Did those stack?
Yeah, well, I don't think they can proc at the same time, but you
know what I mean?
have higher chance of procking
exactly.
one of them.
Having 2 items that stun or mini stun. So I think we saw it in that fight. I know they had a big stun off on Enigma as he tried to throw the Black Hole, and I even think one as Terrorblade tried to sunder. So finally mitigating some of those massive team fight ultimates. And
yeah, we do have a Blink Dagger on the Enigma on Tavo now, so he just needs to, positioning is so tough, man. You kind of, if you're in his position, you need to know that Rubik is being dealt with before you go in for a Black Hole. The same goes for Crystal Maiden, and it's just really tough. EG keeping spread and having heroes like Abaddon being able to just run in and keep the team behind him. EG can basically just choose when they engage, when they know that they can cover their bases.
Oh, we have really quick. Sumail has an Invis rune, and they found HFNK. They're going to go on him now. He's going to get force-staffed out, but is it going to be enough? Zai missing the smoke cloud there.
Oh, Sumail blinking very aggressively.
Going very aggressively. We're going to get a counter initiation from Dea. Sumail throwing out the ice path. Thank God he had the Lincoln Sphere there. That's going to pop. Segmented now are the 2 teams as the 3 supports here shifting into their rune spot. Going to catch out Cat. That should be a kill for them. She's going to throw out her ultimate, but it's not going to be long for Wear. Immediate stun. They're going to have to back off now and reset, but they baited out the ultimate, and that's going to be huge enough.
And the BKB from Terrorblade. So he's only sitting at obviously it's on cooldown, but he's only sitting at a 7 BKB now, so able to get 3 charges out of that. And yeah, man, you keep working that lower and lower, and you're more vulnerable in fights, and so I think EG is still happy with that. They weren't able to get a pick off, but they didn't lose Aegis on Sumail. They were able to bait out the BKB, and
that's a win.
That's great. Yeah, Crit making a very questionable play here mid.
He's going to get brought down. There's nothing. Going to get the lift off now, but it's not going to matter.
Another engage going on.
Out. He's going to heal him up there. Is he going to be able to save him? I think Crit's going to be saved. Fatebolt's coming out. Crit not going down. Universe, the player, Aphotic Shield on Crit now, saving his life in the miscoil just in the nick of time. Meanwhile, engagement going on up top. Zai's just going to have to get out. Luckily, he was invis. And Sumail
able to get King RD though, and most importantly, they got that gem. So now Ricky's sitting on gem. They can get some big D ward action of their own, and obviously that limits the vision potential from SG. So 2 kind of hectic fights. I was like, Crit, what are you doing? That's almost a 5-slotted Terrorblade with Enigma behind him.
I know,
but Universe backing him up extremely well.
He is that's an absolute player, and Sumail now picking up the Octarine core. As if the rich get richer, as they say, and that's certainly the case here. Sumail continuing to extend his lead in terms of farm, and he is now almost fully 6-slotted. He has an Octarine. When you have an Octarine in your backpack, so you can make room for your Aegis,
that's pretty good.
You know it's pretty good. Now TZ getting the double damage. Oh, no, maybe he's not going to pick it up. They're going to leave that double damage for Sumail. And then now they are ready to make their move.
Yeah, and just Zai putting up some more offensive wards. It is pinged out, I think. SG saw him because they've got the sentry.
Oh, Sumail going in, going to catch the wrong one. That doesn't matter though. He's really going in for it now, throwing out the Sunstrike. They're going to D-ward.
But this is the beauty of having Aegis on Sumail. He can just blink ultra aggressively, get his spells
off. Here we go. Dea going in, gonna get the silence off, and illusory over out immediately. Mistcoil coming out to heal up whatever health Sumail lost. He's throwing out a tornado. HFNK gonna find him now. Gonna pop the Shiva's guard, turning around to get some cold snaps off. He's gonna force staff out. EMP getting thrown out. So you just keep high pressure on this. Gonna throw out some auto attacks on the tower. Blink back.
Yeah, SG just can't fully commit on Sumail. The positioning from EG behind him, Universe...
Sunstrike connecting on Dea as well, bringing him down to about half health. So Midnight Pulse is there to help deter the push, but Sumail, it's a one-man freak show out here, continuing, able to push by himself, waiting for the next creep wave to come in. Still has Aegis available. Drawing a large little, comically large loop around the map is Tease.
We almost have Abyssal out on Arteezy too. He might save for buyback, but given how this game's going, he might just buy out as well. That Abyssal is going to be huge, being able to just more lockdown for BKB.
Okay, so the Aegis has been reclaimed, so no more Aegis on Sumail. He is basically toying with them now, keeping these lanes pushed as the rest of the team does their part. Dea just trying to farm with that Shiva's guard. Sumail is now out. He will turn his attention elsewhere. But yeah, we need to. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah, 41 minutes, only 17-12. Like these SG EG games, man, they're just going on for a very long time, and like. Honestly, I don't hate it because we get to see these like ultra farmed late game games that, you know, instead of just kind of this very snowball meta, we just have both teams kind of backing off, farming up their cores, and guess they'll just duke it out in the late game.
Picking the right fights
but
at
very,
the right time.
I mean, even like last game, just being very cautious and strategic around the map. You know, neither base is broken yet. Obviously, EG don't want to commit further, knowing that Aegis is going to be down very soon there in the bot lane, and they're just happy to step back, keep farming, and I think the thing is EG definitely outscale SG here.
Yep.
You know, Puck being a mid hero, he's just more of like an initiator / control hero, and really like Terrorblade is the only true powerful core. Obviously, Black Hole can do a hell of a lot of work, but I think EG understanding that, okay, we've got Invoker and we've got Lycan, we're gonna outscale this Terrorblade quite easily. So
far that's been the case. I mean, even Arteezy on the Lycan making his way to catching up toward this Terrorblade. They're still 4K apart, but they haven't let off the gas in terms of farming. So,
for sure. Just trying to see any other interesting. We got a Lotus Orb on Abaddon, so obviously that's a nice. Actually, I don't think it does any. Does it reverse Sunder? I think it reverses Sunder. So that's a big potential play. Yeah. So Terrorblade will Sunder you, and then you'll just get it straight back with the Lotus. So a nice defensive item there. Nothing super important coming out. Looks like Rubik's also building into a Lotus Orb for himself. He's got Blink and Force Staff, living that poor support life. Ricky is Zai almost at a Blink Dagger, so he can just blink in tricks the trade. And yeah, wouldn't be surprised if we see some. I'm curious to see if Sumail actually decides to go for an MKB just to counter this Butterfly on Terrorblade or not. He's sitting at a hell of a lot of gold. I'm curious to see how Sumail progresses this build, already being 6 slotted here, or if he decides to get like a pocket refresher, would also be very good.
Yeah, they need to make a move sometime soon as Terrorblade now reclaiming the top spot in terms of net worth. He is extremely farmed, has a Scotty and a BKB now, and he's just about 6 slotted, so nothing much you can do about him. Yeah, no other. Guardian Greaves out on Enigma is helpful. That's been out for a while though, and the Force Staff on the Night Stalker very helpful. And unfortunately, CM just has nothing. Hasn't even upgraded her boots yet, and that's unfortunate. But
that 43-minute bracer, man.
Yep, gotta
value.
Love it. You need that. You just need that little extra HP, because why not?
Yeah, but Lycan has a little bit of room to grow. So he's probably he's gonna ditch his Mask of Madness for an AC as well. Just
tank up
the team.
He's already sitting on what, almost 4,000 health.
4K HP with that huge amount of armor. He's gonna be a hard target to burst.
Yeah, and Howl. Oh, he had Howl. Okay, so 4,000 with Howl. So this might be an engagement here. Bot Zai gonna go in on Cat. That's gonna be an easy kill. Wow. Yeesh.
Just getting out a little bit too late. But I mean, pick off of a CM at this point in the game is very very minor.
Peanuts, really. Is Roshan almost back up? Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, Roshan is. Oh well, it scouts it time. Out.
Wow, that's a play and a half. So there could be an engagement here now. Here's the fight you were looking for, Ridge. Got King RD hanging out by the Roche pit. The whole team just circling it. I think they're just waiting for EG to go in there and maybe try and catch him with the black hole, but they're gonna get back now. Universe happy to go scout things out.
Yeah, and if I just look at buybacks here, does everyone on EG able to buy back for a potentially big fight? No buyback available on Night Stalker, although he's closing in on it very quickly, or CM, but relatively low impact. You just want to make sure that HFNK can get back in the fight if he gets bursted down by Sumail.
I want to see a fight.
Yeah. Very tentative game.
Fight for me, Spaniard. I shall cheer for you. It is very tense. You know that things can turn on a dime here. And does anyone have a smoke here on this team? It looks like yes. So they have one on crit. I'm surprised they don't smoke up. They might smoke up now. There we go. Getting the hang of this.
The distance.
I could be a pro. I know when to smoke.
420 blaze.
Blaze it. All right, here we go. They're gonna wrap around. There is a DD in the river. Unfortunately, they don't see that. They could that could have made things even better. Oh, they're pinging it out now. So, oh no, HFNK is gonna pick it up. If they run into him with a DD, this could be disastrous.
But EG with a very nice wrap here.
They've caught him out now. Oh, they only catch out Cat though, and a huge stream coil coming out. There's the black hole, partnering it up with everything. This is gonna be a disaster for EG. Cat throwing out the ult of her own. Sumail's gonna fall soon after. Down goes TZ, down goes Sumail. That's an absolute disaster. Universe trying his best, but it doesn't matter. Wow. And it is a 5-man wipe. Oh, that double damage rune.
Oh my god. HFNK, man. They're going to force probably all buybacks.
All buybacks. Wow.
Holy cow, what a fight. My god, dude, that black hole finally, when you need it most.
RNGesus coming out with the timing on that double damage rune was insane.
Yeah.
Dream coil into black hole, and I even think Crystal Maiden missed her ult. They're on the edge of it, I guess, but it doesn't really matter at that point.
But Sumail did skill the tornado cooldown, so he's gonna be able to be pretty annoying here. But HFNK just not giving a goddamn. They didn't even take Roshan.
Yeah, they can barely even bring him down. He's gonna get disarmed here. The Metamorphosis is gonna come out, and Tricks of the Trade is gonna get popped. Wow, that was an absolute disaster.
EG will hold. We'll see if SG decide to take this
rush on the shrine.
No Metamorphosis on Terrorblade. I think pretty wise to back that up. EG will scout it out.
Okay, Nighttime's gonna get called here. Oh, another Dream Coil coming out. Crippling Fear coming out on crit. He's going to dodge that. Doesn't want to fall into the same trap he did last time, getting stunned.
Yeah, SG just want to delay EG getting to the Roche pit. They don't have Black Hole anymore. Their cooldowns are busted. This is where EG takes a fight. But once again, they bought back on everybody. Even our TZ buying back now.
Need to be careful. TZ coming in. They're just going to want to try and take this Roche. It's really the only hope they have. After buying back on everyone, they certainly can't afford to lose everyone again. That would almost be certain.
Yeah, EG is going to have to be really careful here. It's incredibly, even with Aegis, it's incredibly dangerous to take a fight right now. And I mean, if I look at the gold swing, SG with almost a 13K gold swing.
Christ almighty.
God, almost a 20K, almost a 20K gold swing.
That looks like a sick roller coaster though.
Whew. Amen, brother. Jesus, take the wheel!
Jesus, take the wheel.
So we got Aegis on Sumail. We got the cheese on Arteezy. EG just wanting to push these lanes as much as possible.
Yeah, they need to try and push. They're going to try and push out this top lane.
Yeah, Black Hole's up in about 25 seconds. Metamorphosis is available.
Nighttime, going to get casted here.
Man, what a Roche Pit fight.
That was literally absurd.
That's going to be a Reddit post, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Especially if SG walks away with the win because of it.
Showing it up big. Probably the... I know, now Tavo's also got a BKB. So he's definitely able just to land these... and he's getting a Lincolns as well. Just able to land... As we see, Black Hole absolutely changes this game.
Oh, absolutely.
If he can land a good Black Hole like he just did... Doesn't matter. You can have all the farm in the world on your cores on EG.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to matter when you're stunned and getting shredded by Metamorphosis from a parking lot. It's going to be really tough. Really tough for them.
But yeah, things stabilizing now. Shrines are susceptible. SG can take shrines, but it's super dangerous just to even cross this river. But looks like they will maybe group up to do so. Grabbing that arcane rune.
I'm trying to wrap through the jungle here toward the shrine.
TB will take this bottom shrine.
Yeah, take it with just some illusions, really. Sumail trying his best to just fend him off.
Yeah, dude, those cross the map tornadoes.
Yeah. He knows he's going to have to delay as long as possible.
And things are relatively stable here. Not too many big items. You know, we've got basically 6 slotted. Arteezy obviously looking to get that AC as quickly as possible. That'll help tremendously against the TB. Sumail has more items than he has slots for. Switching between his Boots of Travel, Lincolns, and Blink.
We're also going to need to see a huge steal from Crit at some point.
Yeah, I think that's what turns the fight. I mean,
yeah.
In that Roche fight, EG had such a good positioning on the high ground behind, but they just couldn't jump on Enigma. And they kind of just trickled in. I mean, they got caught in the exact same place that they caught SG
yes,
before.
Exactly.
And you kind of stream in from that angle, and yeah, man, double damage Terrorblade into Black Hole.
And that's, nobody's winning that fight. Now another BKB picked up on Night Stalker.
And
you get a BKB, and you get a BKB.
And Terrorblade's got a pocket Assault Cuirass just sitting in his inventory that'll switch out for his Boots of Travel. So, 7 slotted heroes.
Here we go, baby.
Hold on to your
Who knows
dicks,
if he's
ladies
gonna
and
maybe get a
gentlemen.
Moon Shard just for Metamorphosis. Just
yeah, that's definitely what I'll get next.
Radiant must deny the top tower.
I'm gonna deny the top tower. So ready to just defend the base. I believe Aegis has been reclaimed.
Yeah, I think EG just wants to be extremely...
not yet, but in a second it will be.
EG just wants to be extremely careful with their positioning here. They absolutely no buybacks on the entire team. They cannot take a fight really outside their base, and they just need to play around that buyback timer. They're just biding their time with these tornadoes, pushing out the waves. If they can get like a pick on say Enigma or somebody, then they're in a good spot. But SG doing a really good job of keeping their cores grouped up, and with this Night Stalker Aghanims, the vision is just on their side. But, you know, HFNK, I mean, as many tornadoes as Sumail throw out, he can just throw out as many illusions, and they are tanky as hell with this AC Aura and Butterfly.
It's a lot to handle.
Yeah.
And you're right, the lack of crowd control is disturbing to say the least.
You know, it's like EG's team fight revolves around Crit's counterplay.
Right.
And Zai's Smoke Cloud. Obviously Sumail, but it's not 100% reliable, and Crit's had some nice steals this game, but he needs a big one.
Aegis now reclaimed. So that's one less life for Sumail to play around with.
Yeah, buyback's coming off cooldown for Sumail in about 15 seconds, so he should be set. Zai in 30, Crit in 15, but Arteezy still got about a minute and 15 to go.
Yeah, and he's short the gold too, short about 1,200 gold. So.
Oh, that's true. Oh, did he just... Oh, he bought out his AC. Okay.
I think they need it. I mean, I think they really need to get the AC at this point. So he should be able to... He'll probably be able to farm that up relatively soon.
Yeah. Whew, just the standoff.
I know, right? Straight up Mexican
Seems like
standoff.
this game lives and dies by the Roche Pit fights.
Yeah, I mean, are you surprised that they didn't try and take a push while... I mean, SG, rather, didn't try and take a push while EG didn't have buyback? Still on their heels?
Yeah, it is a little surprising. I think they were just playing around the Enigma cooldown a little bit. And just kind of having the slow push game go in, but now we've got the buybacks coming back up for EG, so yeah, I mean, even just with Aegis on Sumail, I think it was probably safe for them to re-engage. I think obviously they couldn't contest Roche because they didn't have Black Hole, but I think that they minute or two afterwards, right when Black Hole's off cooldown, they could have made it go again. I mean, especially these mid racks are exposed, but it is like I've played against this Invoker Tornado, and it is a fucking bitch to play against. Like, that thing goes basically from like your high ground T3 all the way to the T1. Jeez. So you can push waves incredibly easily, and so it is a pain. But yeah, maybe I don't know, SG probably just being extremely patient. They know they can take the fight. They just won the last one hugely. Just being really patient and maybe trying to look for a mistake. But no, I'm also curious, no smoke plays happening in this time. Obviously, we wouldn't see one from EG given their buyback timers, but You know, and I mean, both teams are staying incredibly grouped up. This is some pure 5-man Dota right now.
Who do they have here in the jungle is... Okay, King RD, and that's him with his vision. So
he's
his
fine.
Vision is absurd.
And with 4 staff, he's very hard to catch. And a BKB on Stalker now, too.
Just to see it, though, is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, look at that range. You gotta scroll out your camera all
right.
the way. You don't even catch it all.
Yeah, you're right, you don't. That is literally the most absurd thing. What a huge advantage.
They might find Tavo. If they can pick this Enigma, that's really big.
Oh, he's got the chase on him now. Oh, he blinked out. They know he's there. Are they going to try and take him all the way down is the question. HFNK wrapping back around, sending out the wolves. Not going to bother to try and engage on that.
Yeah, seeing basically Arteezy blow his shapeshift cooldown would be
Pretty
an
huge
option
for
to
them.
come back in and fights. Especially, Arteezy doesn't have buyback yet. Obviously, SG don't know that, but he just needs to get a little bit of gold so he can get that buyback.
Has it now. There you go. That's the gold you needed. Could they see a fight here? It's an extremely slow burn.
Man, this illusion. Illusions versus the Wrath of the Tornado.
I know, right?
Seems pretty even.
Let's
to
just
me.
put HFNK and Sumail 1v1. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
Oh, okay. Sumail's picked up a refresher, so he's currently got 8 core items.
You can never have too many.
Absolutely.
Technically, you can have 9 if you want.
And some sitting in base. Just get a
True,
Manta.
yeah,
Just get a Manta style for the illusions. Why not?
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if SG is squandering their time here. I feel like they had an advantage after that fight, and this is just settling into makes it feel like the next fight is like the last fight of the game.
It very well could be.
They really want this Roche, I think, is what they're waiting for, but if so, they're gonna need a couple more minutes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see another Big Roche fight. I know we'll see another Big Roche fight. Let me correct my words.
Soothsayer, Rage Cage.
But yeah, it just Roche.
I feel like we could play like a board game or something. Just wait.
Nice game of
We
Risk.
can play a
going on
game
the
of our own.
sidelines,
We can just
yeah.
go play a game. We'll hop off. We'll go play a game of our own. Queue up, and then yeah, we'll be good. All right, they're finally
Okay, we
wrapping
got an
around
aggressive
here now.
smoke
There
play
we
from
go.
EG.
They know they need this. They're gonna wrap all the way. Okay, so they've got the perfect path.
They want Enigma. Enigma is the primary target. If they can take him
Enigma's
out of the
backing
fight.
off. HFNK might be the one they have to go on. They're backing off now. Maybe they know.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, they caught HFNK. Oh, but he force
Nice
stops out at
force
the right time. And there we go. That was the big fight we were all waiting for.
Death's bounty.
But Roshan has spawned now.
Regeneration.
Oh, we got a
EG
counter
will-
smoke.
Oh,
And they're going to get him with the Hex. Rubik going to go down.
no
Down goes
buyback on
Crit.
Frit either. So he's up for 70. That's actually huge. That's definitely EG cannot.
No counterplay
can't-
now.
Probably can't contest this Roshan with Crit being dead. Just wasn't able to get out fast enough.
That was
Oh,
pretty
man.
huge with that quick counter smoke. And you're right. They're not really going to be able to do anything. We have Tavo hanging in the back lines. That alone is...
Man, HFNK is fucking stacked, dude. Moonshard eaten. His arms are about to fall off for how fast he's attacking this Roshan.
Yeah, I just don't think that... I don't know if they're going to be able to take him down. So it's going to be a free life. Going to sunder out, just get a little bit more health.
Cheese as well.
Oh,
Or
got
T-
Tavo's going with the Aegis. Okay, so they
Yeah,
really
they
want that black hole. Yeah.
He is very close to Refresher as well. I almost wouldn't be surprised if he just buys out for Refresher, knowing that he's got that Aegis, and knowing that they can at least hit one black hole, potentially. Man, yeah, Zai really needs this Basher as well. Tricks of the Trait Basher can really ruin SG's day if he just gets 1 or 2 bashes off on key heroes. Or if he pops it while Enigma black holes and just prays to God that he bashes him. But yeah, Sumail with just 9k gold in the bank. HFNK with 11,000 gold in the bank.
Jesus. What am I going to do with all this money? So much of it.
And we have passed the hour mark, Jades.
Alright, we're in for the long haul. Just like they did in the last game, these games have a common theme.
It's going to be another ridiculous fight. We've got high ground push coming out. They want these
Universe
mid-racks.
needs to get back a little bit. Metamorphosis now getting popped. Universe getting laid into. Pops borrowed time. Just literally borrowing time for these mid-racks here. Pop a shrine. EMP gonna continue the push. Gonna throw out another tornado.
You just gotta be so careful. Here
There's
comes
the black hole. There's one. Does he have the refresher? No, not yet. CM Cat throwing out the huge frozen field. And this is going to be enough to bring down 1-2. Immediate buybacks coming in. Down goes Arteezy. Immediate buyback once again. They're going to have to try and turn something, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
Mid-racks has backdoor protection. They weren't able to get the mid-racks here. You just got to be careful that they don't overextend, though. But if they can pick off some of these heroes...
All right, they're going to get King RD. He's going to get tornadoed up, so that'll be at least... Oh, maybe not.
Arteezy's going on HFNK.
Arteezy wants more. Is he going to find it? Definitely Blast coming out. There's the tricks of the trade, so they're going to turn it now. Tavo, he's going to be the next to go down. Has Age of the Immortal. That will pop now.
5-man wipe to a 4-man wipe. Good lord. Nibga does have Aegis.
Sunstrike coming out. Tavo going to take that right to the face. He'll go down. They all have buyback, and this is probably going to bait out those buybacks. Meanwhile, Universe pushing top, taking a tier 3 of his own.
Yeah, he's just baiting the buyback as quickly as possible.
Excellent job there as HFNK pops it immediately. Need to try and push here. Sumail's going to push out the bot.
But man, racks still fall. No, neither team really earned a lot. I mean, obviously we don't have SG buying back yet, but it doesn't look like they'll have to other than TB, but my word.
Yeah, I'm going to have to send somebody back. I'm just surprised that they didn't try and push for more as a team. I mean, obviously Daya and HFNK are their strongest heroes, but didn't really have to worry about that. Probably could have bought, lured out the rest of those buybacks.
Looks like Arteezy's going for a butterfly as well. I think that's a pretty wise move. He just wants that evasion against the Terrorblade. I mean, honestly, Terrorblade could literally just... Oh, and Terrorblade, interesting pickup. He buys out for the Refresher Orb. Going to refresh that Sunder and Metamorphosis.
Oh, God.
As well as BKB. So, very interesting pickup from him. But, I mean, if Arteezy's able to get this butterfly before Terrorblade can buy MKB, that might be a big itemization advantage for EG.
He's still pretty far off, though.
Yeah.
He's like over 4,000 gold. Well, 2,000 gold with what he has, but...
And he can just buy it out. I mean, he's got 5 minutes.
Right.
Until his buyback's back, so he's probably not too worried about that. Back to the stalemate.
You want to play cards?
Do you have any jacks, Jables?
Go fish.
We also got a Dagon 5 just casually sitting. I haven't talked about this Puck very much, but...
Oh, Puck with the Dagon 5?
Yeah, he's got a Dagon 5 just in the
his
backpack as Shiva's. He's got a Refresher of his own and a Scythe of Vice, man.
Alright, they're just going to try and... I think they're just going to try and push this now and be done with it. Metamorphosis is coming out. Refresher still in the backpack.
They just want these mid-racks at least.
They really want the racks. Gonna get lifted here by crit. EMP's coming out. He's gonna get force staffed out. Double force staff. There we go.
EG holding for now. But these illusions, man.
Hold, brothers. Hold. HFNK so tanky. Really has nothing to worry about.
Even with the Solar Crest debuff, he's still sitting above 40 armor.
That is absurd.
Sitting at 55 armor naturally. We'll pop a Sunder just to heal himself back up from King RD.
Backdoor protection's still up though, so they need the creeps if they're really going to do much.
Yeah, EG can kill these creep waves pretty safely with Tornado.
Yeah, it really is a stalemate for this.
And SG will back off. Next Roche has a very long time to come up. Maybe 3-4 minutes. depending on the random timer at the end. Man, the farm on these heroes.
King RD is waiting in the wings. Tavo as well.
They gotta be careful. If
Does have
Tavo
the
gets caught, that's a problem.
Yeah, but HFNKs are to
This'll
back him
come in
up.
handy.
That ping is coming out from... I don't know if that was from Arteezy, but probably more than likely from HFNK.
Generation.
Another important pickup, Crit has been able to get his Lotus Orb as well. So we got double Lotuses coming out from EG.
Smoke up here from EG. There's Cat and King RD, so they could get 2 here.
Smoke breaks, Sumail blinks aggressively.
Gonna catch one. Catches King RD. Gonna force
Oh,
that.
able
There
to
he is.
catch
They've got
Tavo on the back
Tavo.
end.
This is gonna be huge here if they can get him. Is he gonna be able to get
Keep
it off?
bashing.
Pops the refresher orb first though, I think. I'm not sure what's going on here. Dea's in the area. Gonna get the Dream Coil out. Down goes Tavo. He's gonna phase shift out, but here comes HFNK. And there comes Cat with the freezing field. It's gonna get brought down by Universe.
Oh man,
no, they're gonna
EG might
get
be
3
done
there.
here,
EG might be
James.
finished.
No buybacks. That looks
That's
like
gonna be
SG's
GG.
game. As long as Tavo is able to get the
Yep.
and Crit just calls it right there.
Wow.
Great play by SG. Tavo able to get the black hole off, even though there was an initial follow-up, locking down and having the team be able to reposition. Man, oh man, what a game! And it just ends as faster than just like that.
All
man.
that, we waited all that time, and that's all we saw. But it was a great game, despite being a slow one and a bit of a standoff. But,
Yeah, but I
wow,
mean, bit of
that's
an-
off to SG.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward smoke break as well. They didn't really want to run into Crystal Maiden on high ground, putting out a ward, able to break the smoke. And yeah, Terrorblade just BKBs, and that's what you deal with when you've got an 8 or 9 slotted TB.
Terrible, terrible. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Game 3 coming up shortly. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to go get this up on our YouTube page, 2 Kings Gaming, and we will see you soon.
See you guys.